All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be learning about how to divide a whole number by a unit fraction. All right, and just as a reminder, a unit fraction is any fraction that has a 1 as a numerator, so a number 1 on the top. All right, here's our first problem. It says Joyce is making sushi rolls. She needs 1/4 cup of rice for each sushi roll. How many sushi rolls can she make if she has 3 cups of rice? All right, so if we look at the problem, guys, we are taking 3 cups of rice, so that's important, and we are making sushi rolls out of the 3 cups by taking out 1/4 cup. So we take out 1/4 cup and make a sushi roll, and then another 1/4 cup. So if we imagine what's going on here, we are separating the 3 cups into 1/4. All right, into 1/4 cups. All right, so the problem here that we're doing is division. Okay, we are taking 3 cups of rice and we're dividing it by 1/4. All right, so in order to solve this, there's different strategies we could use, and the first one we're going to try is the drawing strategy, or it's also called we're using a model. All right, so in order to solve it, I can start by drawing 3 holes. And I usually like to draw either rectangles or squares because they're easier to cut up into equal pieces. So let's see, I'm going to draw 3 holes. So I'm just going to draw 3 rectangles. All right, and I'm dividing it into 1/4. So each of these is being cut into fourths. So we're going to do that by drawing down line down the middle and then cutting those in half. And we do the same with all of the other cups. And finally, I can get the answer by counting the pieces. So here that would be making one sushi roll, another sushi roll, right? Each fourth is making a sushi roll. So I would have 4, 8, 12 sushi rolls. So there's my answer, 12 sushi rolls. So in order to get the answer, all I did was I counted all of the pieces in the drawing. So I'm going to put a asterisk here and put count the pieces. All right, so again, there's the answer, 12. I would be able to make 12 sushi rolls out of the 3 cups of rice. All right, I can also solve this problem with a number line. So for the number line, I would need to draw my number line all the way up to 3 holes, right? Because that's how many cups of rice we're starting with. So 1 cup, 2 cups, and 3 cups of rice. And then we are using 1/4 cup to make each of the sushi rolls. So we're going to split this number line into fourths. So we're drawing a half and then cutting those in half, and there's fourths. Remember, you can tell it's fourths because there's 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 between each of the holes. So we're going to do that with all of the holes, split them all up into fourths. And to get the answer with the number line, this time we're going to count the spaces. So here's 1 sushi roll, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So again, it equals to 12 sushi rolls. And again, for the number line, I got the answer by counting. So count the spaces. All right. The other strategy that you can use is the traditional algorithm. All right, so with that traditional algorithm, there's going to be 3 steps. First step is rewrite the whole number as a fraction, put a 1 as the denominator. All right, so first, if I go back to my original problem, it was 3 divided by 1/4. Okay, and the first step says rewrite the whole number as a fraction. All right, so I'm going to put this little arrow here, and this 3, I'm going to change it to 3/1. Remember that it's not a different number, it's just I wrote it as a fraction. All right, so the first number is 3/1, right? And the step 2 says change the operation from division to multiplication. So this division symbol, I'm going to change it to multiplication. And then the third step is multiply by the reciprocal. All right, so the reciprocal of 1/4, what is that? So 1/4 is a fraction, right? And to find the reciprocal of 1/4, all I have to do is flip the numerator and the denominator. So I put the 4 on top and the 1 on the bottom. So the reciprocal of 1/4 is 4/1. Or it could also just be 4, right? If I think of it as a regular whole number. So the reciprocal would be 4. I can tell that they are reciprocals because the definition of reciprocal is that there are two fractions whose product is equal to 1. So if I multiply this, I get 4/4, which is the same as 1. All right, so I know those are reciprocals. All right, so I take the 1/4 and get the reciprocal, so that is 4/1. And now I just multiply across and I get 12/1. And 12/1, as we said, is the same as just 12. All right, so there I get the answer, which is 12. The same answer that we got with the drawing and number line strategy. All right, just a little more examples on the reciprocal. Let's say I gave you the fraction 1/3. 1/3. All right, so for the reciprocal, we flip the numbers. So 3/1 would be the reciprocal of 1/3. Okay, and then let's say I have a whole number. Let's say I have a number 7. I ask you, what is the reciprocal of 7? Well, let's see, I would make 7 into a fraction and then flip it. So 1/7 is, or 1/7 is the reciprocal. All right, well, this is our first example of dividing a whole number by a unit fraction.